Hello, class. In our previous lectures, we have laid out the foundations, the structures and the methodologies to price derivative assets. We have constructed riskless portfolio, and through the riskless portfolio, we derived the fundamental pricing partial differential equation. And we showed that if the underlying asset were to follow a certain stochastic process, we can solve the fundamental partial differential equation with the closed form. And if we cannot derive the closed form solution, there are numerical procedures we can utilize to solve that fundamental pricing differential equation as well to arrive a price numerically. We also talked about how we can price through the equivalent martingale approach. How do we set up the expression? How do we make substitutions so that we can derive, at the end of the day, the price of the financial asset that we were looking at. We also look at certain interest rate models, and we looked at extensions to the Black-Scholes-Merton approach as well. Now, in all that, we have stayed at, utilize relatively simple derivative assets. Principally, we looked at simple options, calls and puts, swaps. And we look at certain relatively complex version of swaps, but swaps are linear products, so they still tend to be relatively simple. We also look at swaptions and a bunch of other things, but the range of product we're looking at tend to be relatively simple and don't have a whole lot of features, or I should say tend to be the standard products. Now, in today's lecture, we're going to talk about derivative assets that those assets that have more features, more complex derivative products. And we look at how we utilize the skills or the methodologies that we learned so far, and to allow us to price those derivative assets that have more features. When we talk about non-standard derivatives, we typically meant either derivatives with non-standard or very different or unusual payoff structures, like certain features that is typically not in the simpler standard products. Or we are looking at a particular product that essentially is a collection of other products. And by mixing different products together, we achieve a specific payoff structure. So usually the ones we're looking at, or the so-called non-standard derivatives, fall into either one of the two categories, or maybe we can mix them together and create a product that have unusual structures, and also part of that payoff structure can be expressed as a collection of other products as well. So let's take a look at some of the typical ones that we may see in the market, and look at how we can price them.